Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we have our Survivor Series 2025 War Games results. This was a crazy pay-per-view, only 4 matches on it, but there was a lot of crazy things that happened within the matches and returns that I'm sure you've all been kind of warned about by now. But yeah, very good, much good stuff here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this was a very fun show. The crowd and the environment, like the atmosphere of this event, was pretty fun. The stage looked very nice. The fans were pretty much into every match. But yeah, it was really fun. Like you said, the return made a very cool moment, and also in the men's war game, we have that sneaky person who we'll talk about later on. But yeah, very cool night. But yeah, let's get into the women's war games match.
Yeah, but right before we get into that War Games match, I just want to announce to y'all right before we do, we're doing a December special marathon. We're doing 31 days, 31 videos. We're uploading every single day in December, so be sure to check us out. Hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and yeah, let's get into this. Now, yeah, as you mentioned, the Women's War Games match kicked off this pay-per-view tonight, and this was a very, very good match. Obviously, they had slow points in it, and it probably is going to be the worst match of the night, but at least for me, but I do think it was still good, not to say nonetheless. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think this match was very solid. It felt like there wasn't too much, at least in terms of big spots that you kind of want in a War Games match. We did see the Io Sky with the trash can. She does a little front flip into the crowd of people, which kind of Becky Lynch kind of steps back and kind of watches it happen and tries to sneak away, which would end up leading to a finish. But yeah, this match was pretty cool. I will say I did want it to be a little bit better, but nonetheless, still a fun way to kick off the night. And yeah, all the women kind of had their moment. I really like that Lash Legend was the last person to enter for the heel team. Obviously, this is kind of her first big moment on the main roster now. So, yeah, I'm glad she got to shine in this match.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like Nia Jax and Lash Legend both came out looking really good from this one. Becky Lynch does a really good job of, after Io Sky does the flip with the trash can on her head, she's the one that doesn't get hit from it. And she's like, oh, wait, like, they're going to be down for a while after that. That woman's crazy. I have to leave. And she tries to escape the cage, but gets pulled down. They all kind of take turns doing their finisher on her or whatever. And that sort of leads to the end of the match from there. But yeah, it was a decent match, but only 4 matches on the card. I do think this was the worst one. That's, like I said, not saying nothing bad about the match necessarily, but it is just the worst one here. But moving on to the second match, then arguably could be the best match of the night. Dominik Mysterio defeats John Cena, becoming a 2-time Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, this was probably my favorite match of the night. I think in-ring action probably isn't the best, but I think in terms of just storytelling and just entertainment value from this match, I really did enjoy it. We see John Cena shoulder tackle the ref, which would kind of lead into a bunch of chaos. We've seen Roxanne Perez and Raquel both get licks in on John Cena, but then we have the big moment with obviously Liv Morgan's big return, which kind of sets up a huge moment where she has to kind of choose between whether she's back with Dom or will she team with Cena.
Yeah, and that was obviously such a given one. She kind of slaps Dom, then she jumps in Cena's lap, and it's like, wait, what's going on right now? But then she kind of does the thing that Cena did when he turned on Cody, makes the big wide eyes, and then, you know, kicks him in the nuts or whatever, then goes and helps Dom up or whatever, and Dom does win. And this is exactly what I wanted. Cena doesn't need the title going into this final match, and Gunther definitely doesn't need the Intercontinental Champion. Dominik has been one of the better Intercontinental Champions that we've seen in recent memory, so I've been really enjoying everything. He has a lot of stories that's going on along with him, with the El Grande Americano, with Finn Balor, with Liv Morgan returning, and the kind of feud that's going to be happening with her and Roxanne Perez and Raquel potentially. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and yeah, I love this match. This is going to be my second favorite match of the night. But yeah, what do you think as far as the result of everything just happening tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a very interesting path for the next few weeks going in to the new year, going into probably Rumble season, because now with Liv coming back, obviously, and since she's been gone, we've seen the rise of Raquel in the singles division. We've seen Roxanne Perez, win the tag team champions with Raquel as well. So, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see where everybody falls in order, how will the men react to everything. So, yeah, it should be pretty interesting. It makes for good TV, so at least it makes Raw a little bit more watchable right now. And yeah, should be pretty fun. And yeah, I'm just glad everybody from the Judgment Day got to shine and all have their individual moments throughout the match.
Yeah, JD got to do the moonsault. He missed it, unfortunately. Finn Balor did a coup de grace, missed it, unfortunately. But Raquel did do the Tijuana bomb, and Roxanne did the pop rock. So, all good stuff for all the Judgment Day. I feel like this was a big payoff for all their great storytelling and stuff that they've done throughout the years now, and right before they kind of explode, hopefully. But moving on to what was my surprisingly favorite match of the night, Stephanie McCurd defeats Nikki Bella to retain the women's champion. And yeah, I went into this match with very, very low expectations, and they just exceeded it by miles. But what did you think of the match?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. That is definitely did surprise me on how much I did enjoy this match. Like you mentioned, I didn't have the highest of expectations, but with this match, Nikki Bella kind of showed what she is when she is in that heel character, which I guess is just her better form, I guess. But yeah, it was really nice to see Nikki play into her role. Her and Stephanie put on exactly what you wanted from both of them. Stephanie kind of carrying a little bit more in the in-ring action, but Nikki Bella kind of carrying with the more heelish stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a really fun pairing. I kind of, like you said, like I mentioned earlier, just the connection didn't feel there, but I'm just glad both of them were able to put on a great performance and kind of showcase truly how good they are.
Yeah, I mean, it came in right at 12 minutes, and I feel like that's all they needed. It was a pretty action-packed 12 minutes. There wasn't too many like dull and low moments, and that's kind of the story with a lot of Nikki Bella matches. It's kind of a little bit slow-paced and a little bit sloppy and stuff like that, but that was not the case during this match. I feel like she was very much on point in all the spots that she needed to be in. There was a very cool SVB that she took from Stephanie McCurd. There was a corkscrew moonsault that finished her off, and also a very cool kind of stomp on her neck on the apron. That was very cool. So Nikki Bella was bumping around the ring. She was taking very cool moves, and she was handing them back to her as well. So shout out to Nikki Bella, because like I said, that's just exceeded my expectation by miles. But our main event of the night, we see The Vision with Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar defeat CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the Usos, and Roman Reigns. All the team of the best baby faces in the entire WWE all lost, all because of a little surprise ending that we had during this match.
Yeah, this match, I will say, felt a little bit interesting, and there wasn't really a huge moment from this match. Obviously, it's going to be, like what you just mentioned, the tease of this new person who kind of interfered in the end of the match. But yeah, there wasn't like too many hardcore spots, not too many weapons being used. We did see a table spot, but it was kind of out of nowhere, so it kind of took you by surprise. But yeah, this match was pretty solid. We've seen Braun Breaker and CM Punk kick things off. Braun Breaker took a nasty bump on the back of his head and looked like he really messed himself up. He had to sit out for a few minutes, I think, and kind of wake himself back and kind of shake it off. But yeah, it was a very fun match. But yeah, the ending will definitely leave you surprised, and definitely gonna make you want to watch this upcoming Raw.
Yeah, I think the ending is the only reason why this one, I would say, came out better than the women's one. I feel like the women's action was maybe a little bit better in ring, but the storytelling of this one and the kind of argument between Cody and Punk, because at the beginning Cody did hit Punk unknowingly, of course, and they kind of argued there for a while, and then it kind of went on with that story for a little bit of maybe people not necessarily trusting Cody Rhodes. And then at the end of the match, we also seen Cody and Roman kind of shake hands and kind of seemingly get over their problems, at least, but that was not the same story for Cody Rhodes. He kind of instantly got up and got in his face. So a lot of good storytelling here, and as you mentioned, the person at the end of the match, obviously there's going to be a lot of speculation on who the guy is going to be, and we'll probably find out very soon. I would assume on Raw we'll probably figure it out. But yeah, do you have any speculation on who it is?
Yeah, I mean, so obviously the way it was set up is this man kind of really athletically climbs up the cage into the ring, and he has an option between both CM Punk and Braun Breaker, and then he does a super kick similar to Seth Rollins. Then he sets up a curb stomp similar to Seth Rollins, and then hits it on CM Punk. And he kind of looks at Braun Breaker, gives him a look, and then hurries and escapes from the cage. So they're obviously wants you to make it believe it is Seth Rollins. However, it just doesn't seem like that is possible. Obviously, Seth Rollins has had neck surgery or shoulder surgery, whatever I think it is. But yeah, it is going to be interesting who it is for, who I think it might be. The rumor is obviously going to be Theory, but a part of me doesn't think it is, but I will probably go with that one just because I don't know who else could possibly be.
Yeah, I mean, you could be tricked, I guess, but with the way kind of everything was and his hair and stuff, I kind of don't think he was because of that. But yeah, it's very hard to tell. Obviously, he was fully masked up and everything. He had different, like, regular, just black, just basic shoes on, so you can't even kind of look at that and maybe kind of get some details about the person. You literally know nothing. So like I said, we'll find out soon, but that's kind of what gave the edge over the women's one in my opinion. But yeah, this was a pretty good night. There was no matches that kind of blew me out of the water or anything, but the Dominik Mysterio and John Cena match was a very good one, very much fun, and yeah, I really enjoyed that one. The Stephanie Vaquer match, as I mentioned, was my favorite match of the night. The women one, we got good spots like Io Sky and Rhea Ripley throwing Becky Lynch off of the cage. Then obviously the main event ending the way it ended is just a very exciting thing that's going to keep people talking and make us want to tune into Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I think that is kind of like the goal with some of these shows right now, is kind of just let's set up the weekly TV. It feels like they're not always trying to pay big storylines off on the pay-per-views. Obviously, for the big ones, they're going to do that still. But yeah, I think that it's an interesting standpoint to take on, like I said, finishing things on or continuing things on to the main weekly shows. But yeah, it's going to be really fun to see who is this mystery person, and how we are going to see from the women's side where Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss go now that they're kind of done. Will they continue to be a tag team? Will they go back to singles action? And then also kind of where AJ Lee goes now. What will she be going after? So yeah, a lot of interesting things I think will come from this over the next few weeks.
Yeah, but that is going to be it for this video. We appreciate you guys for watching. As I mentioned, we will be doing a marathon through the entire month of December, so be sure to check that out. Leave a like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.